Good afternoon, distinguished guests. Ladies and gentlemen, partners, innovators, merchants, executives, and members of staff, I warmly welcome you to the official launch of Chatpay, a product that has been specifically designed for merchants to get paid easily, simply by chatting. Here at Payaza, our vision remains to be the most trusted African payment gateway. And everything we do, every product we build, deeply reflects this vision. Please give yourselves a round of applause for making it down here today. Thank you so much for joining us as we unveil this beautiful product. And to formally start this event, I'd like to invite Oluwajeri Gbemi Bankole to please lead us in a short opening prayer. Please let's give him a round of applause as he's coming.
Good morning, everyone. Please shall we rise for the opening prayer? Faithful and everlasting Father, I want to thank you for today. We thank you for your loving kindness. We want to thank you, Lord Jesus, for this beautiful day. We want to appreciate you, Lord Jesus, for the great minds that you've given unto us to put this great product together. We just want to dedicate the rest of the day into your hands. We pray, Lord Jesus, that indeed we start your name in the name of God the Father, in the name of God the Son, and in the name of God the Spirit. Amen.
Thank you, Jerry. All right, to set the tone for the day, I'd like to invite a distinguished leader who has constantly driven growth and innovation in the payments space. Please put your hands together as I invite the country manager of Nigeria, Taiwo Adieko, as he brings us the welcome address. Please let's keep clapping for him till he comes up.
Thank you all, and it's a pleasure having you guys here. Let me also officially welcome you to this occasion. As rightly introduced, my name is Ajiako Taiwo, and welcome to official launch of Chatpay. So, why Chatpay? Chatpay is a product of many hours, stress, commitment, and devotion in addressing the breaks you experience when you want to make payments. We all know today payments business are fast paced. So also should your payments be. And that is why at Payaza, we've decided to address that by launching Chatpay. And what is Chatpay? And Chatpay is you having a conversation with our bot and you make payment using transfers and cards. And this ensures that you don't really need to have that capital commitment to build your infrastructure from ground up. We are already taking care of that, including the speed and the efficiency. So Chatpay is for you dreamers, businesses, entrepreneurs. And what are we here to do today? What we are here today is to explore. Take the time to see how this fits into your daily life, your business. How does it improve and grow your revenue through customer retention? Engage. Talk to our team and ask questions on how to internalize and adopt this to meet your daily business needs and which ensures your business continuity. Then also empowering. We want to empower you today as at the time you are living, you know you have another business too that ensures your payment is not just only safe, it's efficient, and it increases your business penetration. And this is not just a rigorous steps. It's as easy as ABC. Once you follow the prompt, it guides you through from the start to the end. And we also added something that makes it very lovely. When you have a stop in between, the chart reminds you this is yet to be completed. That means there will be no drop off. So I officially announce the commencement of this event. Please go with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Taiwo, for the warm welcome. Now that we have already been welcomed warmly, let's get into the main reason why we are gathered here. We all know that behind every seamless experience, every product, there are some people powering it behind the scenes. And to take us through the core features of Chatpay, I would like to make welcome Akinola from the engineering team. Please let's give him a round of applause.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. All right, cool. So I'll just help you to understand what ChatPay is very quickly, and I'm hoping that by the time I'm done, you know how it works and what to do with it and what to expect from it when you use it. So basically, ChatPay is Payaza's infrastructure. What Payaza allows you to do on your dashboard, basically on your WhatsApp, right? So you can, with your WhatsApp, collect money from your customers. You don't need to send them a link or tell them go click here, click here. You no longer have to do all that hard work. On WhatsApp, your customers chat with you and tell you, oh, I want to pay 10K, basic English. So you don't have to, I don't want to call names, but there's no select one or select two, right? You just say, I want to pay 10K, type it in your plain pidgin English, for example, and it will pop up the payment options for you. I want to pay with my card, I want to pay with transfer, and you make your transfer and you go, right? And we made it so seamless that you don't even have to wait. It's going to send you the receipt of your payment. So there's no, oh, okay, I've paid the money, oh, please check your dashboard or something. You are getting the receipt as a customer who is making payments, and you, the business owner, you're also getting a receipt immediately that someone has made a payment for your business. And why did we do all this, right? We did all this because the world is moving very fast. AI is taking over everywhere, and we want it to be that your business is in front at the end of the day, right? We want it to be that you are enjoying the service you're using. You no longer have to do so much work to get little things done. And someone would ask that, at what point does this all come together? Yes, it still works because the same transactions you see on your dashboard, the same checks you do on your dashboard, where you log in on your dashboard, check how much someone has paid, who has paid, and everything, you still have all that, right? But what we're doing is we're making it very simple for you, making it very simple for your customers. And this is the hard work that we engineers had to go through to make sure that you have a very seamless platform to use. So, I mean, you can clap for us. We did something good at that point. All right. So yeah, lastly, why was it built this way, right? We built chatbots to leverage on everything that Payers already has, like I've said earlier. And we're bringing all that to a very simple flow for you and your customers on WhatsApp. So at this point, I'll rest my case, and I hope that you understand how it works and you know how to use it now. Thank you very much, everyone. Have fun.
Thank you so much, John. Now that we've heard the core features of ChatPay, now it's time for the unveiling. Because what's a launch without an unveiling? And to please review the ChatPay, to review the ChatPay product feature to us, please make welcome Joyce Chappie.
Ladies and gentlemen, something is about to change for every business that sells on WhatsApp. According to current day data, WhatsApp business has over 764 million monthly active users. Every day, these businesses sells products on WhatsApp. The conversation flows, the interest is there, the customer is ready to buy, but then the friction starts. The back and forth from WhatsApp to the bank app to make payments or confirm account details, to the manual verification of transaction receipts, and the struggle attending to clients while verifying these multiple transaction receipts. So we thought, how do we make the world's favorite messaging app a seamless checkout counter? Introducing Chatpay by Payaza. Chatpay handles Chatpay handles the entire transaction process from the moment the customer is ready to buy to the moment the funds are confirmed and received in your account. No more need for manual tracking. It is 100% automated, online 24/7, zero back and forth, with dashboard syncs ensuring that every complete is tracked. With ChatPay, you get a dedicated WhatsApp payment number for just one visit, closing the deals. And you get instant transaction receipts for every customer. It is professional and always on. I'm glad to let you know that you can transact with any currency that Payaza processes. At this point, I would like to invite my colleagues, Okpayemi Desu and Esther Afia, to take us on a demo of this product. Thank you. Okay, great. Hello, everyone. It's great to have you here. Like my colleague mentioned, for you to have access to Chatpay, you would need to, for you to start using Chatpay, you need to request access on the Payaza dashboard. And once you get access, a dedicated WhatsApp number is created for every merchant. So what we'll be doing now is just walking you through the flow.
Awesome. So I'm going to take over now as Esther communicates with our AI bot. Essentially, like we mentioned, it's not 1, 2, 3 menu tree options, right? You can speak to it. You can say, okay, I want to pay 1K, for example. Whatever it is that you say, it's able to detect that intent and then assist you to completing that payment. So let's go ahead.
Yeah, it's working. Media team. Great. Okay,
Okay,
bring that back up.
just a second, please. So while we're waiting for Esther, I'll speak a little bit more about the features, right? So we've already explained that it's natural language processing, right? And today, the way it works is you have that standard amount that you have to request that you want to pay. The merchant is able to share that contact with you and you can complete the whole process. One of the things that we've made sure is that end to end, you get those receipts immediately. The merchant gets notified immediately and is able to fulfill whatever order or process you want.
Great.
So I think we're good to go, right? So she says she wants to pay 200, and you can see automatically this merchant already has configured card and bank transfer and bank transfer. So we can proceed. Let's do a bank transfer.
Okay. That's coming up shortly.
I think we're having issues here.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that on my mobile, but that's coming up.
Okay. So as soon as she puts in the two, for example, or she messages transfer or bank transfer, it detects that intent and then it's able to show the account number. I think we just need this to show so that everyone can follow along as we proceed.
Okay. Let me stop mirroring and do that again. It's back up now. Great. Okay.
Okay. I think what we can do is can also share this link with other people so people in the audience, you can also try it out and have that experience. As you can see, we're having a bit of media difficulties. But essentially, like I said in the process, you make the payments automatically. Okay, we're here.
Done to be up shortly. Um,
Result of the technical delay, I think, are we back? Can you swipe me?
No, not.
Okay, I think as a result of the technical delay, what we'll do is we'll move along to the next order of events, and then we'll have the demo presentation ready as after we do the panel discussion. Apologies for the technical issues.
All right, thank you so much, Ope and Esther. Um, I'm sure we've all gotten the idea of what Chatpay is, and I hope we are actually going to, go out there, spread the word to our merchants, our family, our friends, so they can also experience this amazing product feature that we've put together at Payaza. Please, once again, give yourselves a round of applause for getting to this point. Thank you so much. All right, it delights me to inform you that we have one of our fathers in the house, a mentor, and one of the board of directors of Payaza Africa, Dr. Agama, the Director General of Securities and Exchange Commission. And I'm sure we are all eager to hear from him. So we would like to hear from him. Please, with a loud ovation, please let's welcome him as he comes forward to give us a speech. Thank you so much, sir.
Let's sit down. Let's sit down. When she said father, I was wondering who is it? Am I that old? Right? Not old. I'm a Gen Z. Right? Or a Gen Q. Right? Whichever. So it's really nice to be here and seeing very young, ebullient talents from Nigeria. And I'm so proud, to have all of you sitting right here with a common vision and possibly a goal. My name is Dr. Momotimi Agama, General of the Securities and Exchange Commission. Payment systems does not fall under my purview. It's actually a central bank item. But every other thing outside the payment system in the financial market infrastructure, right, happens to sit under my purview. But what's interesting is what the future of finance holds. The future of finance holds something we call interoperability. Interoperability means the dissection of the payments infrastructure and the security settlement infrastructure, and indeed the exchanges. And that's why what is happening here, what's been unveiled, speaks to what could happen in the future. My mind is already roving around what can happen when we start using the charts to buy securities and to trade in transactions. This is the future, and the future is here. I'm excited about what the future holds, really. I'm excited about what you people can do. The faces I see here, the minds I can conjure, and the attitudes, I can feel. For me, it speaks something huge, something fundamental, and it shifts in the seismic space of digital finance. That is where you have bettered. Like a ship, right? Sailing on the sea with a destination that you already have planned for. Somehow, what directs the ship, what moves the ship, is what we call the rudder. The rudder is as small as a tongue. That tongue is actually what moves the big ship. The analogy speaks to what Payaza could do and what the future really holds for you if you really know what you are doing. My mind is clear? That you do. My mind is clear because your founder and CEO is my mentee. And so I am glad to note that you guys are moving in the right direction. But the other reason why I decided to come here to speak to you people, to let you know of my dreams for you, my dreams for Payaza, that one day, Payaza will rise, that one day, Payaza will be listed on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. That is my vision. It's a word that I've spoken. And like the word of the Lord, it doesn't come out and go back to it without accomplishing that which it's destined for. But that one day will not happen without your commitment. That one day will not happen without your strive. That one day will not happen without your desires. For indeed, he says in his words that I will bless the work of your hands. There is no work, there's no empty hand that is blessed. Every hand that is blessed comes with a work. That work is done by people sitting right here. You, each and every one of you, is important. Each and every one of you can decide to be part of history. That will only happen if you really understand your purpose and the fact that you are important. That you are not just a figure. You are not just one person. Each of you is a tree. And there's no tree that does not bear branches. Of course, that does not bear fruit. For trees that don't bear fruit are done what? They are chopped off. So for each and every one of you, it is important that you appreciate that. You know that you are a tree. But you make yourself important when you bear fruit. Ask often, what am I contributing? What am I adding? What value do I bring to the table? How will I institutionalize myself in this company that I've decided to be part of? And when you do so, what next that will happen in your mind is that you start thinking differently. And each time you look, you don't look with your eyes, you look with your heart. And your heart sees further than what your eyes will say. On this note, I want to congratulate each and every one of you that is here and to let you know that we are watching as bystanders, as partners, as whatever you think we could be, knowing fully well that the future starts now. All the best.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. I really, really enjoyed that speech. And I know when he was talking, he said, oh, I called him a father, and he was thinking, is he that old? And genuinely, it is only a father that would speak life into his children. And I'm sure everybody here can agree with me that he has spoken to our core this afternoon. And these words, will be forever etched in our ears. Thank you so much, in our hearts. Thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate you. And we are honored once again to have you here joining us for the official launch of Chatpay. All right, everyone, please, we'll have a short presentation we'd all like you to watch. So please listen and watch the video presentation that is about to come up. Thank you so much, everybody. All right, the media team, please. Thank you so much, everybody. Now we're going to move to the panel sessions. We want to hear from the people, the engine room, the powerhouses behind this product. And we're going to be having a panel session. And to moderate this panel session, please join your hands together as we welcome Omachi Fortune, who is to moderate the panel session. And joining her would be Opeyemi Disu, the head of product. Please, let's give him a round of applause. And also Esther Afia, the product manager. Also Mary Obi, the product marketing manager. Please, let's welcome them with a round of applause.
I think you're supposed to move out.
All right.
You can spread out so you know, so- TV is not important.
Yeah. Can go on.
Okay.
Thank you. Can I sit?
Sure.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Homa. I'm your finance lady, and I'll be moderating this panel today. So I'll go ahead to introduce the panelists. We have Opedisu, he's the head of product in Payaza. We have Esther Afia, she's the product manager in Payaza. And we have Mary. Mary is the product marketing manager in Payaza as well. So every merchant in this room has just their customers for payments on WhatsApp, in call, in person. What if the payments could be collected on chat? So that's Chatpay. So yes, let's hear from the team that worked on the product. Hi, Ope.
Hello.
I believe you're the vision and the roadmap of this project.
Yes. So I'll speak to firstly the why, and then I'll speak to what we have right now, and then I'll get into where we're going to.
Okay.
Right. So as you mentioned, and as we've heard from multiple people speaking today, it's obvious that a lot of people already use WhatsApp. That intent on the customer side and on the merchant side, that conversation to make those product decisions, the negotiations are already happening on that platform, right? In Nigeria alone, 95% of the digital population is using WhatsApp. So in that sense, it's a no-brainer already. Amongst the 700 million plus people registered or businesses registered on WhatsApp Business, 80% of those are SMEs. So we've already seen that, the scale of this is something that needs to be paid attention to. We've looked at multiple reports and a lot of data that suggests that this is the right direction to go. And it's happening in different markets at different scales and paces, right? So one of the things, for example, that we've considered, right, is the growth of social commerce. We're looking at about 30% annually, and we're looking at a 13% compound annual growth rate in this region alone. So that scale is there, and that's why it's important that we have this solution out that allows you to, that whole fragmented process whereby you're communicating with someone and then you have to then go ahead and open your bank app, make the payment, you send the merchants the payment receipt, and that merchant, even though he's seen your payment receipt, he has to go and open his bank app and see that that payment has actually reflected before he's able to fulfill whatever request you made. With Chatpay now, that whole process, we've created a seamless and reduced all the friction points, but we're not going to stop there, right? So right now, in what we've seen today, with Chatpay, you can make that payment and automatically the receipt is generated in chat, the merchant is notified, everyone that needs to know is notified so that you don't hold up orders because, on your bank app is down or you might not have seen it at that point in time. Beyond that, of course, what we're now looking at is being able to, rather than just that conversation of, I want to pay, multiple different use cases. Today, right now, it's only NGN, for example, that we saw. You can have multiple currencies. Beyond WhatsApp, there will be other social platforms that will be integrated into this. And the ability for you to have specific, let me say, niche use cases whereby you can make a specific request for a payment rather than just a blanket payment collection channel. So I'll give an example. I want to request as a business or as a merchant, I want to request 75,000 naira. I can generate a request link and share that with every different person that is going to make that payment. They open the conversation, the chat pay rather, and then they're able to complete that, and I'm notified instantly. And everything that Payaza has today in terms of its payments engine and the core infrastructure that as a merchant you're able to use is provided for you to be able to see end to end.
Okay, thank you so much for answering, Ope. My next question is for you, Esther. I believe you're in charge of the user experience of Chatpay. Okay, so I want to ask you, how easy is it for a merchant to set up and collect? If a merchant in this room right now wants to set up and start collecting, how do they just walk us through from the start to how the first payment lands in the account? So just tell us how it goes.
Start collecting today is a very seamless process. First, the merchant would need to request access to Chatpay on the Payaza dashboard. This is for an existing merchant. And once the request is approved, we assign a dedicated WhatsApp number to the merchant, which with a shareable link, which they can have on their social media platforms or even share with their customers directly. On the customer end, all they need to do is initiate the chat, and they are guided through the flow to specify the amount they want to pay, say 100 naira or 500 or 500k, right? They select the payment method, and in chat, once they make payments, there's an instant payment confirmation, and there's also a receipt. In terms of timing, if it's an existing merchant, the access to ChatPay is almost immediate, right? Give or take 24 hours. And for a new merchant, for them to access ChatPay, they would need to sign up on Payaza and go through the compliance flow.
Okay, thank you so much, Esther. I believe everyone here has understood what you just explained. My next question is for Mary. Mary, you're in charge of the growth and branding, and I believe that's a very important aspect of this product. So I wanted to ask you, right, there are a lot of merchants here today and who have built their businesses on trust and word of mouth, right? What does ChatPay mean for them? And how should they believe that this product will actually make their life easier? So tell us.
Okay, thank you very much, Omachi, for that question. First off, for every business in this room, I just want them to walk away with one thing. ChatPay is their trust partner. So we built this platform to is designed to match the business process. So we already know that business owners already use WhatsApp as a platform for business, for their business transaction. So ChatPay is not trying to do anything different from that. It's just trying to match the business need, and is designed to cater for how business owners already do business on WhatsApp. So for us, ChatPay is more like your business friend. It's a platform that you're already familiar with, WhatsApp. So for everyone in this room, I just want, especially business owners in this room, there are two key takeaway for ChatPay. For ChatPay is built to enable business, enable transaction, and also enable business process transaction. It's also built to improve the experience of business owners regarding payments. There's no you have no situation of back and forth when it comes to payments. And we also built this platform to ensure that conversation and payments are merged into one. So the platform is built to ensure that conversation and business transaction are merged into one, and payments process for business owners is as seamless as possible. So the um, core core feature for ChatPay is basically trust. So we build this based on trust. So everybody trusts. WhatsApp is a platform that everybody trusts. So if you are sending a payment link to anybody on WhatsApp as a business owner, they already trust this platform called WhatsApp. So it's more of enabling your business, making it as seamless as possible. So for everyone, for every business owner in this room, I just want you to work out with this simple idea or simple logic regarding Chatpay. It's built for trust. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mary. A question. That answer was very, really, really nice. So this, we've come to the end of the session, and I'd like to thank everyone for being part of it. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Ope. Thank you, Esther. And thank you to everyone for being part of this important conversation today. We're looking forward to how Chatpay would enter the market across board. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Please, at this junction, if you have any questions about the product, now would be a very good time to ask your questions. If you have any recommendation, if you have any contribution, please signify by raising up your hands. Thank you so much. Does anybody have any question? No questions? Oh, you have a question. All right. Products team, please. Somebody has a question for you guys. All right.
All right, thank you. So my question is on the WhatsApp number that has been generated. So can I use this number for other things? Right, I have this number. Is it just for paying alone, or I can use it to chat with my customers, make calls on it? I mean, so.
Okay. The short answer to that question is no. It's dedicated specifically for the purpose of these payment collections with your Payaza account. So it cannot be used for anything else. When it's generated, you have access to seeing and managing the configuration in terms of what payment methods, what currencies, and you can temporarily enable or disable it, all of that. That is the limit of the functionality. But of course, as we build upon it, one of the things that I mentioned in terms of what we're looking to build upon, and then of course, having things like a catalog, right, so that it enriches and you're able to essentially follow through your whole customer journey as you would typically operate as a business selling products. So that's what it's limited to. You can't call it, send anything that is not related to payments.
Thank you. So in addition to that, most Nigerians have concerns around security because it's payments and WhatsApp. Sometimes you can just say that, oh, maybe in a WhatsApp group, somebody's account was hacked and they start sending, oh, send money to this FGN account, and all of that, you get money. So in terms of security, how secured is this going to be? And, for example, if someone's phone was stolen now and all of that is on the WhatsApp, can someone else use it, and all of that?
Okay, great. So very good question. What I'll say to that is WhatsApp Pay, or Chatpay rather, what we've built, it's a payment collection channel built upon Payaza's already existing payments infrastructure, right? So all the security and consideration that has been put, security is not an afterthought in this context, right? Those same security features, right, ensuring that we're following the world-class gold standard PCI DSS compliance, right? All of that is enabled on this service. Beyond that, the other aspects in terms of the conversational side, we're using, Meta and all the world-class standard providers to be able to enable this conversational aspect as well. So on both sides, it's end-to-end secure.
That's cool. I think we should give them a round of applause.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, good afternoon. So I wanted to ask, for a business owner that has different branches in different places, can multiple agents manage the same number?
Yes, so the number itself, right, is self-managed. It's an AI system, right? So what you're doing is essentially that agent is handling that initial negotiation, right? They understand that there's an intent for a customer to pay. And all they're doing then is think about it as sharing a contact or sharing a link with that person that is going to actually finalize or complete the payment. And that is now where the customer then engages with the AI bot to then complete the payment. So it doesn't change anything. You can have as many agents. It's the same link that they're sharing across board for all the different payments that you're receiving.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very
We have
much. Do we have
question.
one? Okay, give this mic.
Okay, my question is if my customer is trying to pay less compared to the agreed fee as displayed on the website, what happens at that point? What happens to the transaction if my item is 10,500
Okay.
and based on what she displays, I'm to impute the amount myself? What happens?
Okay, so in chart, we show the amount as 10,000 naira, and in the event where the customer pays 95 or 10,100, the payment would not be successful on the customer end. So we sort of have a restriction in place where it's the amount you are supposed to pay that we receive into the system.
That specific is in the use case for bank transfer, right? But for example, if you're paying with a card, when you hit that payment gateway to put in your card details, the amount is restricted already at that point in time.
Yes.
As well.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for your. Somebody has one more question.
Over there.
All right. Please, can we pass the mic to
Good
you?
morning.
Good morning.
So, during the talk, you mentioned something. You said it's independent of your bank, whether your bank is functioning or not. And from the questions, the conversation, it goes down to a payment link. And basically, we all know how payment link works. So please, I wanted to see the demo, the end of it, to see how it works independent of your bank. But maybe can you throw more light on that? Let me understand.
Okay. The part that I think when you say independent of your bank, I just need to be very clear on what you mean, right? So I was speaking to the existing scenario in which I want to make a payment, right? All of us, I'm sure we've all been on both the customer side and on the merchant side, right? You want to make a payment to a specific business, you open your bank app, right? You do the transfer, you share the receipts on that same chat with the bank, with the merchants. They then, even if they've seen your receipts, they would still have to open their bank app to verify and wait for that money to drop on their side, even if it's showing successful, right, on your side as the customer. So that's what I was speaking to as that being no longer relevant. Because what happens is, as soon as I've made the payment, on that same chat that I've been interacting with Chatpay, the receipt drops and the merchant also gets notified automatically. He's not waiting for me to send receipts or proof of payment.
Well, can't we show?
This is
Okay.
much more explainable than when you said it's independent of your bank. So I was trying to understand how that is independent of your bank,
Okay.
even when you still have to use your bank.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you.
problem.
All right. Thank you so much. Please, do we have any more questions? All right.
I have a question here. Okay.
Hi. Hi. So I'm asking this question in
070
an aspect of finance
88
and everything. So
313.
after the whole
725.
conversation has been done and everything on Chatbox, on Chatpay and everything, how do we? So what's the conversation after that? How do we do complete settlement, and then how do we complete reconciliation? Is there a link that takes us back to maybe like a dashboard? I'm not talking as a merchant now. I'm talking about like I have a merchant and we have finished the transaction and I just want to reconcile what has happened. Is there like a dashboard that takes me to complete my reconciliation? or is there something I can? How do I complete my reconciliation, basically?
Just so I'm sure, is this the merchants going to the dashboard or is this internally? Like, this is the merchants wanting to see their collections,
Yes.
right? So, like I said, or like I tried to explain, it's just a payment channel. So the exact same way right now, where as a merchant you can log into your dashboard and you can see all of your collections, you can see how much is in your account, and you want to maybe do a payout, right? It's the exact same process and it's seamless. So you get automatically settled, and then you can then make those withdrawals.
Okay, so all right, thank you.
Thank you so much. Do we have any more questions?
I have one question here.
All right.
Hi. So on the payment, I'm still not clear because from the demo we saw, the chat box asked, how much do you want to pay? So, and then she said something about payment restriction. So as the merchant, do I set the amount that I'm expecting from the client, or the customer is the one that sets
So
that price?
great. So there are two different ways, right? There's the process in which maybe you just want to collect money, right? Because you might say someone should send you money, whatever amounts. It can be up to the customer to say, okay, I want to pay 5,000, I want to pay 10,000. That is one use case. The other use case is as a merchant, you can specify the amount to be paid, at which point in time you would be able to generate a reference. And when that customer then clicks on that link and communicates with the bot using that reference, it automatically brings up all the details of what it is that the customer is expected to fulfill and pay. Okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you so much, everybody, for your time. So we're about to play a presentation. Please just be patient with us. All right, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for our time, our patience. Really appreciate you for being here. And to bring us the vote of thanks, I'd like to invite our country manager, Taiwo Adeokon, to please bring us the vote of thanks. Please, let's give him a warm round of applause. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you once again for having me here again, and we do appreciate your presence, allowing us to introduce you to our innovative product, Chatpay, and seeing how best you can use it to boost your business sales and make good income. Thank you once again for honoring our call and allowing us as well to walk this journey of innovative products while we maintain the vision of being the most trusted payment gateway in Africa. Thank you all and see you soon. Bye.
Seems so. Mary, 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 Mary. Sir, can you give like instruction? Since you're done. She has gone out. No, no, no. Who's this? You can see it again. who was asking? That lady in front. Okay. Yeah.
Are you going to show the presentation again?
You want to put it up?
Everything just a cast today. Like, you don't see events with flows like this.
That's not that bad now. It's just the stuff that I'm not sure.
Can't you feel the lack of smoothness? You can't feel it.
No,
Like you're screaming at me. You're screaming. Friction.
Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Please, as you're stepping outside, we have an experience center just outside, so you can watch the demo video over there. Thank you.
Thank you.